and welcome back to another edition of Metcalf's Movie Journal. This is the show where I do quick reviews for the movies that I watch, give them a score out of 10, and then add them to my list. So let's see what movie we're reviewing today. On March 4th, I watched Holmes and Watson, which came out in 2018. And Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly are back with another Adam McKay-produced comedy. So on paper, this should have been another hilarious movie, but it was simply terrible. I don't know if I can put all the blame on the PG-13 rating, but this might be the most blatant example of the way that rating can completely ruin a movie. I know there's more than the ratings separating this from the other classics these two starred in together, Talladega Nights and Step Brothers, but I also know if this would have had the R rating, it instantly would have been at least a little bit better. It's one of the truest things about comedy in general. What's funny is constantly shifting. So seeing these two reduced to a borderline Three Stooges comedy act, just to keep from offending anyone, was tough to watch. To be fair, even the best Will Ferrell comedies aren't for everyone, since he pretty much keeps to the same immature humor. But forcing an already childish character to watch his language only accentuates all those annoying features other people already see in him. This movie was bad enough that it actually makes me want to reevaluate my love of Will Ferrell movies. But I think, like most comedians, there's going to be a huge range between the good and the bad. At least some of the blame for how unfunny this one was has to land with the choice of subject matter in Sherlock Holmes. He's already such a well-established fictional character, known primarily for how intelligent he is. So to see him portrayed as a complete buffoon never makes sense. And I think if you wanted to spoof the famous detective, you'd be better off doing what Austin Powers did to James Bond, and creating a new character, to allow for the spoof to work a bit better. Even Ace Ventura could almost be said to be an American spoof version of Sherlock Holmes, and it works so much better because you can make fun of all the extreme detective quirks without any of the preconceptions you get when you use such a well-known character like Sherlock Holmes. Another feature most successful comedies share that this one was noticeably lacking is in the supporting cast. And outside of Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly, I'm not sure if anyone else even got to finish a joke. And if it wasn't for the tragically underused Ralph Fiennes as the villain, a totally unnecessary Queen Victoria played by Pam Ferris, and two token female roles in the way of Lauren Lupkus and Kelly MacDonald, I think they pretty much would have been the only people in the movie. The character of the Queen is easily the most frustrating for me, because to include such a famous historical figure, and then to relegate the role to that of a stupid damsel in distress, and have no relevant social or political jokes, seems like such a wasted opportunity to me. I do feel a bit guilty about this one though, because I was totally one of those people after Talladega and Step Brothers that said all you had to do was get these two into anything again and the script wouldn't even matter, because it would surely be funny as long as you had Shake and Bacon in. Boy, did this movie prove me wrong. Those first two movies are fantastic, not just because of that magical chemistry between Ferrell and Reilly, but because of the stellar scripts, strong supporting casts, and yes, the R rating helps a lot too. I could only possibly recommend this one to the biggest Will Ferrell fans, but even there it comes with the obvious asterisk of it's worse than Blades of Glory, so brace yourself. I ended up giving it a 2 out of 10, and it landed at number 1,340 on my list, putting it right here, in between Dickie Roberts' former child star and The Watch. And as always, thanks for watching another edition of Metcalf's Movie Journal. Be sure to click like and subscribe for new videos every week. And if you have a movie that you really want me to watch, be sure to drop me a comment.